Gone are the days when if you want to make native rice, you go and boil the rice and then you just put the oil and then put crayfish and be like, that is native rice. Now we have really upgraded. So let me show you how to make an updated native rice proper way that we make it these days. First things first, you need good quality palm oil, you need onion, loads and loads of onion. This is not a recipe for you if you don't like onion. Attaché is important, but you don't have to add tomato. You can also use some scotch bonnet pepper. Fish is important, so any type of animal that you like, add it inside. Octopus, put it inside. Now I like to make my meat or cut my meat in bits and pieces just so it is chewable and I'm not struggling with anything. When it comes to the rice I'm using, I'm going to use golden Sela basmati rice. Of course, I'm seasoning with some Knorr seasoning cubes and also some crayfish. Now you want to wash your rice at least twice. This is not fried rice, so you don't have to wash it, or jollof rice, you don't have to wash it like 17 times. Just twice is okay. You're going to add a little bit of salt to that, and then you're going to cover that and allow it to cook until the rice is about 70% done. Now I'm going to prep all my ingredients. I'm just going to chop my onions one side. Like I said, if you don't like onions, this is not a recipe for you. I'm going to add my tatashe to this. I know that some people want to add tomato, but tomato is going to give you this very stewy vibe. So when you put the already cooked rice in, it is going to be mushy instead of it to be one the way that fried rice is supposed to be, or stirred fried rice is supposed to be. So you want to be cautious, or you want to be careful. Of course, if you that's the energy or that's the vibe you're going for, definitely do you, babe. Now once the rice is about 70% done, I am just going to remove or strain out the excess water, and I'm not going to like do anything to this. I'm not going to put cold water to stop the cooking process. I'm just going to let it be. Now the reason I always do 70% is because I am still going to cook this on, like, I'm still going to cook this, so there's no point for me to now come and say, oh, I'm going to cook it until 100% and then come and cook it again. Like, what am I cooking after 100%? Anywho, I'm going to add some bit of oil in my pot, and then I'm going to fry my beef. I always recommend that people use goat's meat because goat's meat, the flavor from that thing, bomb. So once you fry that, you're going to add a bit of onion. I did not add locust beans to this just because someone that was going to eat the food with me did not like or does not like locust beans. So if you like locust beans, please by all means go ahead. Now you notice that the oil here is not a lot, so I'm going to add a teeny tiny bit of oil. Oil police, can you see that I'm doing better? I'm just going to add a little bit of oil here, and then I'm going to add my pepper mix. Give that a quick stir. Then you're going to add the Knorr seasoning cubes. If you're not using Knorr, I promise you this food is not going to sweet. Like, this food is not going to be delicious, I promise you. Add a little bit of salt to that. Continue to stir that, and now you're going to add the king prawns. You're going to add the mamo. You're going to add the fish. You're going to add this so that the prawns can cook, because essentially once you start to stir fry, this dish is almost ready, literally, because you're not doing too many things again. Now you're going to cook this until the prawns, like, they're ready, and then you're not going to start adding your already cooked rice. It is important again that your rice is singular. I think that it makes for a better stir fry native rice than when it's mushy. And also just know that if you add tomato to this, it won't give you the same exact results as I have, but again, do you. Now you want to mix this thoroughly. You want to make sure that everything is properly incorporated. For my vegetable of choice, I like to go in with scent leaf or ugu, or a combination of both. Anyone that you want to do is also fine. Now I'm just going to add my fried goat's meat, my fried fish. I'm also going to add a teeny tiny bit of crayfish. I don't want to add too much crayfish because crayfish has a way of making this food look black. Like, nah, we don't want that. And what is native rice without boiled eggs? Once you add that, give it a quick, really good stir. Also, you want to make sure that you're cooking on high heat, not medium heat, not low heat. You want to make sure that you're cooking on high heat. Once you do that, you're going to add the vegetable of choice, and that's it. It's like literally your native stir fry is ready. Like the video, let me know what you think about the video in the comments. You can share the video, and also I want to see all your recreations. So if you end up recreating this, please send me a picture on Instagram. You can send me a DM, an email, anything. I just love to see your recreations. So I am going to see you guys in my next video. You can also let me know in the comments what other recipes you want to see from me, and I'll be glad to do them.